cold, hard justice. Today, we're in Jefferson County with the one and only Judge Stephen, known for his razor-sharp tongue and no-nonsense courtroom. Buckle up, because this one's a mix of sass, sarcasm, and serious law.
So have a little sequestering, and then William Permitter with Joe Vasquez. Is Joel? Where's Mr.
I don't think
Permitter?
Joel's going to be here, Judge.
Mr. Permitter, come on up.
He's in custody.
He was convicted of continuous sexual abuse of a young child in 2022.
Okay, so he's in custody, so we'll have to reset this for 2 weeks.
No, Judge. Yeah, I think he's going back to TDC.
Okay, so we don't need a hearing
I
then?
don't think you need a hearing,
No,
Judge.
sir, I think
Okay, then hearing, his attorney's not here to say otherwise, so hearing is,
Judge, this is the guy that was filing briefs for other inmates, and I think that sending him back to TDC was all.
We just need to send it back to you.
Right.
Okay.
have a Ricky Rodriguez here too. What am I doing on Ricky Rodriguez? That was
Judge, that was dismissed.
here. And then I've got Eric Daigle,
That's going to be a big.
and is that on the last page? And then Adria Richard ought to be on, yeah, okay.
Okay, hold on. Even the prosecutor and defense attorney are trading jabs here. This courtroom's starting to sound like a live podcast. But keep an eye on Judge Stephen. He's letting it slide for now, but you can tell he seconds away from turning that humor into a hammer.
All right, Dustin, on Bradley Atkins, that's Mr. Atkins.
We filed a motion to modify.
Has probation office seen that?
I was just taking a look at it, Jim, just a second ago.
The desires respectfully request the court to grant this motion or set a hearing. Okay. Summarize what you want.
Judge, on October 11, I'm just going to read kind of sort of from the motion. On October 11, the court ordered Mr. Atkins to participate in JCDI, which is a program here in Beaumont. But he's unable to do that because he lives in Carrollton, Dallas. And there's just no way to do it remotely, and there's no way to commute. So
Is that right?
They all knew that when they left court on October 11th. There's a memorandum that tells you whenever they left here and said that to the probation officer.
Yes, the day that we learned it. It wasn't discussed in court. It was discussed with probation.
It was discussed in court, Judge.
It's not what the letter says. But the motion, Judge, is a motion to substitute because when he talked with probation outside this courtroom and realized he would not be able to drive to Beaumont enough to accommodate the program, he enrolled in a program in Carrollton, which is called the
Care Star Recovery.
Care Star Recovery. As an exhibit to the motion, Judge, there is a letter from the person who runs that entire rehab facility. She looked at the requirements of JCDI, the curriculum of JCDI, and she discusses why their program covers almost the exact same curriculum. He has participated in that program ever since. They have been sending progress reports. However, I was able to give progress reports to probation today. Apparently, they weren't all being received. They're also drug patch results that Mr. Atkins is wearing a drug patch have also all been sent to probation. I believe that he has passed all of his drug patches since he's been wearing the drug patch or since we left court last time. He has a job in Dallas as well.
I laugh. I laugh on this memo I'm reading. That says the defendant states he feels like he's being punished for the progress he has made since his probation placement. I've never heard that one before, and that's almost laughable. Nobody is ever punished for progress they make. That's what we want. Sometimes issues come up, but assuming you're being punished sounds like a child not getting his way. So they'd have a temper tantrum. It's tantamount to that. What we want is for you to be the best person you can be. However we can figure it out, we'll work it out. It's workable. And people from long way away, if they are unable to do things here, we'll try to accommodate them.
Now, when the judge mentions the defendant was convicted of continuous sexual abuse of a young child, that's one of the most serious offenses in the Texas Penal Code, Section 21.02, to be exact. It carries a minimum of 25 years and no parole. So yeah, when the defense says we don't need a hearing, they mean this man's fate is already sealed.
But nobody's being punished for progressing and following. I mean, that's coming out of the blue, and that doesn't have any basis. Okay. All right. So is this for me or?
You should have one in your file, Judge, but I wanted to bring that to your attention before. If you don't have it, you can retain mine, Judge.
Okay. And this is a motion to modify that was filed on November 15th, and this is what you're talking about.
Yes, Judge.
Justin.
Yes, Judge. And attached to it is a letter from the doctor overseeing the program.
Okay.
I hadn't gone through what he's doing in the program.
I appreciate y'all the kind of stepping in and doing my job, but I don't appreciate it. The court's orders are what they are, and everybody just needs to
Move
if things. Is that your answer? We got people from here. That's a smart aleck answer, Dustin. That's not right for you. You don't. That's not the way you are. No, we don't punish people, and I don't expect you to move from out of town and where your career is and accommodate us just being here. There are ways of working. We got people out of town who are on probation, and we'll work it. We'll figure a way to work it out. But coming in and having kind of a little tantrum is not the professional way to deal with this. So what do we do in cases where people need to be here and they're 6 hours away? How do we handle that?
Judge, when we left here on October 11th, this man had a foot out that door headed to Safe P Relapse, which was an option. After his tearful plea and his argument by counsel, you entered the order of the JCDI. My memory is that all that was to...
Wait, pause. The defendant says he's being punished for his progress? That's not how probation works, my friend. Judges love progress. They live for progress. What they hate is attitude. And right now, Judge Stevens' smirk says it all. You want to argue progress? Try humility first.
Discussed, and they were excited about being given an opportunity and ran out of here, went to the probation office, found out that they didn't like it. They threw the fit that you've already read about.
Like it.
And
What do you mean they didn't?
They didn't like the idea that he was going to have to leave where he was at, come here, and be subject to those rules.
I object to that, Judge. That's not true. We were.
You may have a different opinion, counsel.
As amusing as this is to me to watch y'all banter, let's just don't do that. We're wasting time. Christmas is about to come. Everybody's going to get to be heard. I just want Mr. Burrell, and he's got a point. You may have a point, but he's got a point, and it's refreshing my memory. You're right. I accommodated the request, but if there's an issue, let's find out what the practical aspects are. What does it take for JCBI?
So he would have to move back to the Jefferson County area in order to participate in JCDI.
Okay.
With all of the requirements in JCDI, he wouldn't be able to physically do that program living out of the county.
Okay. Have you looked at this alternative request that they have made for this program?
So with the IOP,
I think that's what it is. Is that what?
Yeah, it's an intensive outpatient program provided by CareStar. I haven't gotten a chance to just look at it. Mr. Gilmore was saying that they were supposed to be sending me progress reports every month, but I haven't been receiving. The only thing that I've received for that place physically is the initial intake report that they provided, which he was supposed to start on October the 14th.
Well, I got to be informed here. If there is something out there that is tantamount to what we're doing, I don't have a problem. I really. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. My goodness. We're going to take the phone. When it goes off and interrupts the proceedings, we pick up the phone. We'll give it to you at the end when you leave. Thank you. Where were we? Go ahead. Mr. Burrell, I'm going to trust my people. And he's going to look, I'm going to give him some time to look into it and get an analysis from him. And a lot of weight will be given to what he sees from this program. We're not going to foreclose options when we don't know what the full information is.
Understand.
Okay.
Judge, that's why I filed the motion with the attachment from the doctor.
And here it is, the courtroom's version of a mic drop. Judge Stephen calls out both attorneys for stepping on his job, and he's not wrong. Judges don't just decide cases. They control the rhythm, the respect, the decorum. Once that slips, it's open season for chaos. And he's not having it.
It compares the programs. I did that a month and a half ago.
Do you think we can come back in 4 weeks with an analysis, Mr. Burrell, on whether this fits? If I want whatever JCDI does, that has to be accomplished, and we have to have final approval for it. If that is tantamount, I don't have a problem. I just want whatever the results of the programs that we have designed, if that can be accomplished in another way that we have final approval over and we review so that we're not skipping class, then I don't have a problem with somebody living out of town and being placed on probation. But we still have to have a big hand in this. We're supervising at the end of the day. And we can't be in the blind. We have to have full information. And then I'll make the decision after I hear the analysis from Mr. Burrell, if it satisfies what the requirements are of the program that we have here that is designed for success. Okay, so nobody has to get upset. I'll give Carlos 4 weeks to do that. Okay?
I'll provide you a memo, Judge.
This moment right here, gold. You can see both sides frustrated. The defense fighting logistics, the state enforcing accountability, and the judge trying to keep peace before Christmas. It's a real look into how justice works behind the scenes. Messy, human, and sometimes painfully slow. But what do you think? Should the judge bend the rules for out-of-town defendants or stick to the book? Let me know in the comments. And just like that, Judge Stephen does